So Advanced Conquerors Haki is by far the most broken ability we've ever seen. Luffy went from getting knocked up by Kaido to whooping Kaido in base form off of just one power-up. I won't be explaining how Advanced Conquerors Haki works, but later this week I will be posting a video about Advanced Conquerors Haki and Advanced Armament Haki, so stay tuned for that video. Over the course of Wano, there's been a lot of power-ups given to all the strides, but the reality is the most important power-up was Haki. This entire arc, Luffy and Zoro have been focusing on Haki to beat Kaido, which is why they did the most damage to Kaido out of all the supernova. As Kaido said in chapter 1047, Roger was a man with no devil fruit and still conquered the sea. Kaido literally said word for word, verbatim, Haki transcends all. There is no other way to interpret this other than Haki is the strongest power the world has to offer. This should be common knowledge, but as many One Piece fans know, sometimes people in the One Piece community like to take their own headcanon over the evidence Oda has laid out in front of them. We can go as far back as to Skypiea. Enel was as big as a glass cannon as any One Piece fan has ever seen. With all the broken abilities he had at his disposal, he still got his ass beat down by a pre-time skip Luffy. Robin even said that Enel had one of the invincible devil fruits. Obviously, it's not literally invincible because in the world of One Piece, you need a mastery of Haki above all else. So even if you get a very strong devil fruit, a lack of Haki will hinder your ability to be the strongest. Even with characters like Law or Blackbeard, the two characters with the most broken devil fruits in my opinion. When it comes to Blackbeard, it's unclear whether or not he has Haki on the level of Luffy's, but if he doesn't, then Haki will probably be the key to defeating him. But because Blackbeard has two devil fruits and probably more abilities that we don't know about, he's low-key the only exception to this rule. He literally broke the laws of physics and acquired two devil fruits, so I think we can give Blackbeard the exception. But as for people like Law, even with his broken devil fruit, he is unable to use some of his abilities on Big Mom or Kaido because their Haki is too powerful. We can go as far back as Punk Hazard. Law is only able to defeat Virgo now because he's gotten stronger. He used to get his ass beat by Virgo. Just like Dofi said, Law's abilities can be countered if your Haki is more powerful than his, which is why he resorted to using Gamma Knife on Doflamingo. This is not a new thing. So Law's hindrance to Haki has been a whole theme in One Piece. It's not a new thing that happened in Wano. Law has always had a weakness to Haki. It's just true. Also, the people who are confirmed users of Advanced Conquerors Haki are all stronger than Law as well, so it really does go to show that only the very strongest can use this ability. Again, another quote by Kaido, only a handful of the very strongest can use this ability. Right now, the only confirmed users are Roger, Whitebeard, Kaido, Big Mom, Odin, Luffy, Zoro, and Yamato. All of them are stronger than Law. Some people have Zoro and Yamato below Law. I personally think they're stronger than him, but I'm not here to power scale. I'm only here to analyze the effect of Advanced Conquerors Haki. In order to truly process just how powerful this form of Haki is, we first have to take a step back and look at what it took to get us here. Luffy spent a while training his ryou to get through Kaido's impenetrable defense, and I believe it was a total of 2 weeks that Luffy spent inside of Udon prison. And Zoro was out here training with Enma, trying to get stronger and master his ryou. And as we know, Enma does release the user's ryou on its own, so Enma probably can help you achieve the second and third stage of ryou on your own. So this means Zoro was probably training really hard just like Luffy was. Luffy and Zoro have never faced an opponent as durable as Kaido. They likely never will again. Kaido is not only an Oni, but he's also the user of the fish devil fruit, so his durability is insane. We watched as Luffy, Law, and Zoro landed their barrage of attacks on Kaido, and he knocked Luffy out unconscious even after Luffy had gone through his intense ryou training. It wasn't enough to put down Kaido. Zoro also proves this by using Advanced Conquerors Haki unconsciously and scarring Kaido. With just one full-powered Conquerors Haki attack, Zoro just achieved the best feat out of all the supernova on the roof, and he wasn't even doing it consciously. That was until Luffy used Advanced Conquerors Haki and literally smashed Zoro's achievement, slamming Kaido on his ass. Let's remember, Luffy even said ryou is not enough and that it's too shallow to defeat Kaido, but after getting hit with Ragnarok, he was able to understand why Kaido's attacks were so devastating. It's because Kaido was coding his attacks in Conquerors Haki. I'm not sure if Advanced Conquerors Haki is a combination of Advanced Ryou and Conquerors Haki, or if it's just the equivalent of Advanced Ryou but in the form of Conquerors Haki. Either way, Kaido says only the very strongest can awaken its abilities, and just like Conquerors Haki, you probably cannot train to unlock this ability, so only a select few are worthy of this Haki. This Haki turned Luffy into a god. I'm gonna be honest, seeing Luffy fight Kaido 1v1 in base form was the most hype of this entire arc. This might have been the best part of the fight for me, at least. I think this was the best fight. Luffy versus Kaido in base form, that was one of the best things I've ever seen in One Piece period, so I just want to point that out. Like, I really did enjoy this fight. Luffy was also getting a lot more durable during this fight with with Kaido, if we look back to Whole Cake Island, we can see Big Mom effortlessly knocks Luffy out unconscious just by blocking his attack, the same way Kaido did to him at the beginning of Wano. Looking at both these scenes, we can assume that Big Mom is using a defensive application of Advanced Conquerors Haki, and Kaido is using an offensive application of Advanced Conquerors Haki. We also know that during Whole Cake Island, Big Mom was virtually indestructible unless you manage to destroy a picture of Mother Karma. But when she sees the broken picture, she falls and scrapes her knee, almost as if Advanced Conquerors Haki defense had rapidly dropped. We also see that after this, she lets out what is by far the most impressive display of Conquerors Haki to this day. Even someone like Katakuri needed earplugs. She's knocking around tables and pushing people around. Such an impressive display of Conquerors Haki, and that's because her will, her spirit had been broken. When she saw the destroyed picture, it made her very upset. So in a sense, you could say she let down her veil of Conquerors Haki because she wasn't feeling right. She was feeling very upset. Conquerors Haki has been completely useless until the Wano arc. We thought it would be just fodder control, but now it actually has a purpose, which is honestly a very good thing because essentially up until now it's been really useless. It also makes perfect sense because Conquerors Haki is just like regular Haki except it's stronger than usual. So it was about time that we get to see Conquerors Haki used in a more meaningful way than just knocking out fodder. Quick side note, I only noticed this while editing the video. I noticed that the strongest crews in One Piece all have the most conquerors. If we go down this list of Conquerors Haki users per crew, you can see the top 3 crews are Rocks, Roger, and Whitebeard, right? And then after that, it's the Straw Hats, right? And we know the Straw Hat crew is stronger than the Kaido pirates and the Big Mom pirates, right? We don't know about Shanks, but for right now, it actually does make sense. It goes down by the number of conquerors. So the more conquerors you have per ship, the stronger your ship will be. That's really how it is. And now that Luffy has Yamato, Luffy is moving up the ranks. He's going to be among people like Whitebeard, Roger, and Rocks. So it really does go to show how important having conquerors on your ship is. I think we have finally discovered the secret behind Roger's power and why he was able to conquer the seas. It is because of his incredible Haki. He is living proof that Haki is the only power you need in the world to conquer. Shanks is another great example. He was among the original Yonko with Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido. But how in the world could Shanks compare to these monsters? I believe Shanks right now has the most powerful Advanced Conquerors Haki in the series. And back in the day, it was Roger and Whitebeard. And this could be what made Shanks so special and why his conquerors is shown to be so unique. We also have people like Mihawk, who I personally believe also possesses the King's Haki. He is stated to be the world's strongest swordsman above all other swordsmen, and as we can see, Zoro has it now too. And along with the evidence that Shanks and Mihawk have some type of rivalry, it would make perfect sense if Mihawk has the King's Haki. For a long time, people were confused as to why someone like Roger could take on someone like Whitebeard with such a powerful devil fruit. Whitebeard is literally planetary, or how Shanks could stand against a Yonko even though he's not a freak of nature. The answer has always been Haki. Your willpower is the greatest power in the world, and those with the strongest willpower will always succeed, and that has been the theme of One Piece and it will continue. Advanced Conquerors Haki is the power to split the heavens, the power to allow you to conquer all obstacles.